Hello everyone, it's Tonya with Scribbles in Time. I'm rolling right into a second video here. I just did a video of another journal I've made. I made this journal quite a while back, and I had filmed a video already of this, and I didn't get it. I did a video with two books. There was this one and then a larger one that was just like this one, just a little different colors and ephemera and all. But anyway, I ended up selling the other book before I ever posted the video or got it into my Etsy. A friend of mine actually saw it and wanted it. So I'm just not even going to bother to post that video. First of all, I was in the middle of trying to work on my craft room, so I was rambling a lot about that. And I think I'm just going to do a real quick one of this book so that when I post it in my Etsy, there will be a video I can link for anyone who might want to see details about it to be able to come watch a video. So this is a really small book. I seem to have roses on the mind today because I did not name this book Rose Layers in the other video. I had actually named it something that went along more with the other book that sold. But today I had just finished filming a video on this one, which is Vintage Rose. So I'm rolling into this one and I'm calling this Rose Layers. Mostly because there is a rose poking through there, and it is a very layered book. It's a very small book, very small. Try to get a visual of it. I'll give you the measurements. But yeah, it's very small. It's one signature. Lots of fabrics, just everything. I think everything, now, y'all, I made this a while back, so I'm going to try to correct myself if I'm wrong, but I think everything in here is vintage or old. I don't think I used any digitals at all in this kit. I might be wrong. I'll try to correct myself if I come across anything. But so yeah, the measurements, it's 5 total. That's upside down. So yeah, let me just, okay. So yeah, it's more like about, if you don't count all this little fabric poking out, it's more like about 6.5 by about 5 with all this stuff poking out. But my point to all that was the cover itself is actually really small, as you can see. The cover itself is only like a 3 by 4.5. It's just there's different layers all through it, so that makes the overall measurements bigger, obviously. There's a charm of a ladybug and a bird's nest, and the little eggs are pearls, pearl beads. And then let me take a minute and show you all the different fabrics up close. So yeah, there's 2 little buttons. There's some ticking in red and kind of a cream color. There's cream crochet there, and then the fabric behind it's kind of a dusky khaki color with little flowers. It's hard to see that. The spine, as you can see, there's just the one signature in the back, and then you can see all the different little pieces sticking out, and those are more of a kind of a dusty bluey seafoam green color. How do you like that? Ooh, I pointed out in my other video that I've had 3 nights of insomnia, so yeah, I'm sleepy and I think I might be talking silly. So when you open it up, on the front cover there's a little coin envelope stitched on. I feel like I need to hold this up because it's so little. There's a little coin envelope stitched on, and there's some old pictures in here and a ticket. Pictures. That one's actually torn, but I love it. No writing on the back. The ticket. That's tucked back in, otherwise I might forget. And then this is just a little crocheted piece. I layered that in for texture. This is a Southern Oil Store coupon. And this is the rose note paper. Try to scoot that over so the rose shows when it's closed. And then this is rose water. Little ephemera. Again, it's all authentic. I forget what you call this paper. I wanted to say EKG, but it's not EKG paper. It's, I forget what you call it. It's some type of media type paper. Oh, it's got writing on it. It says General Radio Company, West Concord. So, yeah. This is like kind of a stiff lace with a snippet on it. See if you can see the little brad that I have in there. It's real pretty. It has a little crystal. And then this is a little piece of muslin with a butterfly and some messy stitching done around it. And I love these. I love these. This is an old clothing tag. I don't know how old they are, but they're old. It's Master Buck Sportswear by Buckeye. And then the back of it's just got the butterfly on a piece of muslin. A piece of music paper. And this is some type of ticket here. I don't even know if I can read that in this light. My lighting's getting bad. I said that in the other video. I'm in a different room. It's some type of bus company ticket. Okay, let me get on with this video because I wanted this to be a quick one. Okay, so the music paper. This is note paper with a little tab made out of a contrasting fabric. This is some type of fabric. If anyone has watched my videos and knows me at all, y'all know I'm not good with material. I don't even know what you call that. It's so meshy and soft and yummy. I love it. But this is where that ladybug charm was hanging on from. This is an envelope with a wooden key on the front. And in the window, you can see a little card poking through. And it's just a, these cards, if anyone's interested in any of these cards, please message me below. I keep saying I'm going to post them on my Etsy shop, and I have not done that yet. But these are old cards. There was a game in the late 1800s, and the name of it starts with a P. I can't remember it. Anyway, there was a game in the late 1800s, and then a company did a reproduction of the game. My understanding is it was the mid to late 60s. I bought a big box at a yard sale, an estate sale. There's probably 1,000 of them in the box, and there's all different ones. There's sailors, different Victorian looking women, and all the cards look the same on the back, which I actually love the way the back looks because that's more my style. But anyway, I forget the name of the game, but this is Josephine, and this is just one of the cards. There's, like I say, I think there's probably 6 or 7 different characters on the cards, and I have probably 1,000 of them at least. This is a fabric, kind of a clothing tag there, and I just kind of used it on a as a tab on the top of that tag, and I slid that in there so that the woman is kind of poking through the envelope window. On the back of the envelope, I just did a lot of layering with fabrics. Did a collage. And a dragonfly there with messy stitching around it. And again, that's all layered on the back so that it shows through. It's just some of the layering. This is a piece out of an old ledger. Now, I did count the back of that as journaling space. I did not count the front. This is out of a old book, and I just have some contrasting fabric coming down the center of it there to secure it because this was an old page, very thin. This is a Marjolaine Bastine page. I love her artwork, so I love putting her stuff in the center, and this is where the bird nest charm hangs from. But I like using her pieces in the center of signatures because I think they're so pretty as a spread. And then the other part of that paper with the fabric coming down the center, the other part of the ledger paper. This is a postcard that I've hinged inside of here. It's not real old. I don't know. This looks like Thomas Kincaid, and I'm sure when we look at the back, it'll probably say, but it's just been too long since I've done this, so I can't remember. Let me look. Can't really see it. Anyway, it's not real old. I would guess to say that's probably from the 90s, maybe. Not real sure on that. This is a digital picture image here. I can't remember whose it was, but I think that's the only digital image in here, I believe. And this has a dolly layered behind it and a cigar band there as a tab. And then this is the other side of that envelope. So inside of it, I just put a Jones Dairy out of Iowa. I believe that says 1960. You can see a six down here, and you can see how they wrote their six. Whoever wrote this wrote their sixes, and I think that's a 0 there. But anyway, it's either 1960 or 1966, and I just thought it was cool poking up out of there because it has the kind of the red or pinky color because it's faded, and then the blue. So I like that. And then on the back side, there's just the Tiffany stamp on a piece of muslin with some black behind it to help the writing pop a little bit. This is the other side of that really cool material. This is a little tuck spot on the other side of that memo paper or note paper, and that's an authentic photograph in there. No writing on the back. And I just tucked it in there, but you can take that out and journal behind it. The other part of the music paper, and I've put a stamp on that. And then here we have an old photograph, and I do have that kind of put on with a little Tim Holtz clip. And here's the old photograph. No writing on the back. And get it back on there. Okay, the other part of the little stiff lacy material paper. This is some journaling space with another cigar band. Then this is that other part of the crochet. The back cover, I did the same thing as the front. It has the little coin envelope pocket, and I've got an old coupon tucked in there and an old photograph. I hope I've been in frame. I tell you, when you're holding the item, when you're holding the book up, it's easy to take it out of frame, and I haven't been looking. I hope I've been in frame. Who knows, this video may not even make it. This poor book. How many times am I going to have to video it? I tied a piece of, a little strip of like muslin or just coffee stained cotton around it. And that's it. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. If you like the video, please hit the like button for me, please. It's so encouraging to see comments or likes. And anyway, thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a blessed day.